Welcome back to another episode of Ask the Attorney. I'm your host, Alex Alexander with Client Focus Media. I'm really excited to bring Falen Cox from Cox, Rodman, and Middleton, justice, wisdom, advocacy, and found online at crmattorneys.com. Welcome, Falen. How are you today?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm doing very well.
Awesome to have you. So basically, we talked a little bit before we came on camera, and I really think you have a little bit of a story to tell. So let's talk about why you became an attorney and how you founded the crmattorneys.com.
Well, I do have a story about that. Actually, I was inspired by a teacher, a third grade teacher named Miss Sitwell, and it's actually her birthday today. So happy birthday, Miss Sitwell. She put the idea in my head before her encouraging me. I wanted to be things that I've seen, like a teacher or a banker, but I was very vocal in class. I like to read. And one day I was taken up for a student who got into a little bit of trouble, but it wasn't her fault. And Miss Sitwell said, well, maybe you should be a lawyer. And that was the seed. And it ended up matching very well with my natural talents and abilities. I've always liked to read. I've always liked speaking. I've always fought for the underdog. And so that's where the seed was planted. And I stuck with it. So being an attorney has been a lifelong dream accomplished for me. And it's something that I've worked toward since third grade. As far as starting or founding Cox, Rodman, and Middleton, I did it along with my partners, Christopher Middleton and John Rodman. We previously worked at the public defender's office here. We were 3 of 4 attorneys assigned to the major crimes division in our circuit. And we decided that we, wanted to make a bigger impact. Working in the public defender's office is limited to criminal defense, and we wanted to help the community in other areas of law as well. And so the only way that we would have the opportunity to do that, of course, would be to have a position outside of the public defender's office. So we all got together one day and talked about it and planned it out. And everybody brought their own talents and skills, which I think has been amazing for us because we are able to work as a team and provide a legal team to our clients. And so we hit the ground running, and we were established in 2017. So we've got a little bit more than 5 years in business.
Well, first of all, congratulations, because obviously it's not easy to start businesses, as we all know. So obviously, a good successful business. What I really like is the fact that a teacher impressed upon you who you really were. You were that person anyway, but the teacher was able to mimic that back to you and say, you know what, you should think about this and that. That's awesome. And from the little story you told me, you would kind of consider yourself a litigator. Is that right?
I am a litigator. And so John and Chris, we're all litigators. And that's been something that's been helpful as we've broadened our practice areas because like now we practice personal injury, we practice family law, we do some estate planning, contract disputes, and litigation is a component of almost every area of law that could result in litigation. So that was a great experience, and shout out to Michael Edwards, who hired us all when he was the chief public defender. And so we're able to bring that litigation experience to the areas that we practice now.
I loved that. Here's the thing, right? If anybody out there, first and foremost, when you're looking for an attorney, a lawyer, and of course, let's talk about people in Georgia primarily. So if you're in Georgia and you're looking for an attorney, you want somebody who has litigation experience, because not every time is it going to go to litigation, but they're prepared for it. So if you guys are always prepared for litigation and the other side knows it, it makes negotiation a lot better. So if you are a negotiator, right? So let's just say you're able to negotiate it all out right there because you were so prepared for litigate. You're like, no, I'm not doing that because we're going to court, right? And you're ready. And for that, I have to say, Yeah, kudos to you guys. And obviously, I've been on the website. Again, I want people to go to it's the crmattorneys.com if you're in Georgia. The big thing about this is you have what I'm assuming, and from the impression I'm getting, 3 powerhouses coming together to make one big powerhouse. And that's awesome. Everybody has a specific thing you do well, and then you put them together and able to help more and more people. And for that, I have to thank you so much. That's awesome. So I want to thank you first for being on the show today and sharing your story. I want to thank everyone out there for tuning in to this episode of Ask the Attorney. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Falen Cox from Cox, Rodman, and Middleton, go to crmattorneys.com or right here at iwannabuzz.com. Do something good for yourself. Do something good for others.